You know what, everybody? I'm happy right now. I'm really happy. I'm happy in life. I'm happy in the moment. I'm happy in general. My general demeanor is being happy. And, you know, it seems like it's almost against the rules to be happy these days. It also seems to be against the rules to support your country or a future or hope, having hope for the future. It's like it's become passe to even care. I've gone from being a person who didn't give a shit in the past about my country or about politics or about, anything. I was very hostile towards everything, to being a person who was very accepting and understanding and happy. I've always been happy, but I've used that mental alchemy and transmutation to change my way of thinking about things and be consciously aware and realize that there is the conscious observer that is always within me, my mind, my personal coordinator, the mental coordinator, as they're called. This self that can organize my life and make me happy if I choose to be. Or I can be miserable if I choose to be. Many people choose to be miserable. They choose to live in fear because it's an addiction. It gives them something to live for, something exciting, something interesting. And people don't realize that they're doing it. They're becoming addicted to their shortcomings because it's easier to pick at yourself. Let's say people who become addicted to talking down on themselves. People who say are overweight that may just make jokes about themselves constantly. Or folks who are either so one way or another that they're fooling themselves and they can never quite be happy. And at one time I had a sorrow for certain people. Let's say I felt guilty for, not guilty, but I felt bad for people who were, let's say, mentally retarded or overweight, people who had issues in society who were picked on. And I realized, I was picked on too. I made a decision to bring myself up in this world to be a responsible person. Which brings me to that word I was going to mention earlier and I totally forgot. And that was like a video I was going to make mentioning the word responsible. You ask yourself, what is responsible? I'm a happy person, but I don't have very much money. In fact, I have very little. I just started this kratom business on the side as a thing to kind of help people out and help myself out, and hoping that everybody can be happy in the process. But I just as easily, instead of spending the hundreds of dollars I do per kilo, I could order it for 50, 60, 70 bucks a kilo, buying wholesale from some random vendor like I've done in the past, and might end up regretting it. But the value of just having a quality product and having that integrity is keeps me happy, because I know that I'm doing the right thing. I don't like taking big risks because it makes me nervous, and I don't like anxiety. Anxiety takes away from that happiness. So by doing the right thing,